What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paste Studio here in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. We're broadcasting to you live from the Manhattan Center here on 34th Street, as we do every single day, and we are really pleased right now to welcome Middle Kids to the studio.
Hello, thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I think this is your second visit with us in the past year. Last year, you guys made an EP, self-titled, and you are back already with the debut LP, which comes out tomorrow. It's called Lost Friends. We've already heard a bunch of singles out in the world, and we're going to hear some of these songs from the record here today in our little black box.
Yeah.
So let's get it started off with a song. Tell me a little bit about this first one.
Cool. We'll start off by playing a song called On My Knees. It's actually one of the singles from the album. But this song is fun to play acoustic because on the record it's really intense. Basically, like the whole song.
Yeah.
You can't really breathe. You're just like, so it's kind of fun to play a stripped back version of it.
Cool.
So we're going to do that for you.
All right.
2, 3, 4.
Far from my mind, I swear when I am on my knees it's different. I swear when I'm falling off my feet, I stare at everything a little different, something that I have never seen. What is the plan? I said, what is the plan? I am the second hand. I am a roadside distraction, and they're looking at me as if I got what they need. But I don't got it, don't got it, don't got it. And you think I know, but I don't know, I don't know. I swear, when I am on my knees, it's different. I swear, when I'm falling off my feet, I stare at everything a little different, something that I have never seen. I swear, and I am on my knees, it's different. I swear, when I'm falling off my feet, I stare at everything a little different, something that I have never seen. There is something that I swear when I am on my knees it's different. I swear when I've fallen off my feet, I stare at everything a little different. There's something that I have never seen. There is something there that I have never seen.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
So that is one of the singles off of this new record called Lost Friends. I think it's the first song. I know it's not the first song you released, but I think it's the first song that I heard from this record when I was on Spotify looking for music to listen to. And it struck me immediately as like, and then I listened to more of your songs, and it seemed like something that was going through them. Like, there are songs a little bit about kind of, I don't know, anxiety or weird feelings of nervousness or social anxiety, but they're wrapped in these really like great, fun, danceable rock songs, and that's always a great like combination. Was that something that is sort of part of the blueprint for you guys?
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily a conscious thing, that whole like dance away the anxiety, but
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely like a really strong theme of the album of, how do we, find joy even though we're battling all the time with anxiousness or depression, whatever these things. It's like the mix of everything
Yeah.
in a 3.5 minute song.
Yeah. I mean, is there like, there are a lot of influences that run through the record, and it's a rock record, as people should know. This is an acoustic version. This is like, Middle Kids Unplugged. But I was thinking like there are so many influences that come sort of from like 80s and 90s rock. At least that's how I heard them. It could have gotten so much darker. Like this could be like Cure records or or My Bloody Valentine or something like that. But there really is like, do you guys look to, in terms of things that really kind of influenced you or you were growing up listening to, were they like up albums as opposed to like, down albums?
I don't think so. I think we've listened to a lot of very down music, and all those references you just mentioned are like bands we really love.
Yeah.
So I think it might be like the lyrics. I think the lyrics are often quite angsty that Hanny writes, but they're also like uplifting and hopeful. So you can't really have like really down angsty sounds if the lyrics are kind of hopeful, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, totally.
But
Too much.
also though, like, on the B side of the record, like it does take a bit of a turn.
There are some downers.
We
Okay.
definitely go down into the depths.
Yeah.
And then we try and come back out again.
It's a roller coaster of a record.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do come out in the opening bits of the record with a bit more positivity.
Yeah, the A side is actually quite up, and the B side of the record has actually some more down.
Was that something you guys wanted to do in sequencing, or is it like how do you put together an album? How do you collect the songs like that?
It's a good question. We've only done it once, and that was for this album. So
It is like quite intuitive in some ways.
yeah,
So we feel like it flows the way we wanted it to, but just you go with your gut, really.
yeah, it's a lot about like the flow of one song into another, and
Yeah.
then at the end you look at the whole thing and you're like, oh, that happened, but we just wanted like each transition to feel quite natural.
Yeah,
Keep it interesting.
totally. Cool. We're gonna do a couple more with Middle Kids off of this new record, which by the way is called Lost Friends. Tell me a little bit about what's coming up next.
This song is called Don't Be Hiding. This one's not out yet, but will be tomorrow. This again is like a bit more, this is probably our most like jingly, happy one, would you say?
Yeah, there's some kind of jangle vibe in it.
Yeah.
Jingle and jangle.
We got the jingle,
It's
we
a
got the
Christmas
jingle.
song.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Do you want me to start this?
If you show me your body, do you think that I'd like it? Would you stand up there proudly? Would you feel like you're dying? I don't care if your jeans don't fit that well, so don't be hiding. I am not that bothered by the stuff you're fighting for no other reason that it makes it more exciting. You don't have to sell it, I have sold. So give me all your garbage and your gold. Give me all your garbage and your gold.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
So I was gonna ask you more songs about, or more questions about, like the record and songs and stuff, but I have to stop because I'm noticing that Hannah is playing what appears to be a right-handed guitar, left-handed, but upside down. So the low strings are on the bottom and the high strings are on the top. And this is what I do. I just ask people questions about their weird instrumentation or like unique instruments or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you about this, and I won't ask too many questions, but like,
That's all right.
how did you learn how to do that? And are you making conventional chords upside down? I guess you must be.
Yeah, I reckon most of the time I am. I have to change it a little bit because my hand can't do the same shapes upside down.
Right.
But it was really an accident. My dad played the guitar and I was young and I picked it up, and I'm very left-handed. I'm like quite useless with my right hand in all things. And that's just what I thought. I didn't know. And I just started listening to it and figuring out chords with my ear, and then by the time I figured out, or someone showed me that I was doing it upside down, it was like too late.
Yeah.
And I have often tried to flip back.
You mean like right-handed that way or left-handed?
I know, I've tried both really, but I just can't really. But I've only really been playing guitar properly for like 2 years as well, so, I'm still figuring it all out.
Yeah.
There's still time.
Well, so, I was noticing, like in the first song, I was noticing at first, like, she's up-strumming everything.
Yeah, you got to on the one, to get the big beat.
And I was like, that's an interesting method. And then I realized, like, oh my God, the whole thing is upside down. So in terms of like actually creating music and writing songs, my other curiosity about it is like, does it have any impact in like, how these songs turn out? Because you're thinking of it, the instrument in a totally different way.
Yeah, I think mainly in feel, actually.
Yeah.
There is a certain feel that particularly happens, I think, when Harry and I play together. Harry's our drummer. When we lock in, there's like something, I don't know, sometimes when I make the demos and I'll like write guitar parts, and then sometimes Tim will try and re-record them. Then you have to like play it in a weird way.
Yeah, well, Hannah wrote some bass parts on the album, and they had this sort of, I think it's quite off-kilter because of the instability of like strumming up. It's kind of a less stable position. So it's sort of a bit loose, which is cool. And so I would like turn the bass upside down for me to like replay the parts when we were recording for reals. Because it was kind of like when you play Hannah's parts normal, like in the normal way that you play, like they don't sound right.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to put yourself in this same position.
Yeah, it's kind of more swing, like so ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Bit swung.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fascinating. I had something else I was going to ask you, but now I forget completely what it was. Like on the 12 string, like Tim, you have a 12 string.
Yeah.
Do you play any 12 string guitar this way?
I mean, we have one at home and I play it. It's the same.
Same. Yeah, it's the same as it would be.
And
yeah.
it
I'm
sounds
just
awesome.
my brain is just trying to like come to terms with what I'm watching. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's awesome. Most people, I think, I mean, would you eventually have found a left-handed guitar? I guess it wouldn't have worked because it would have been ordered the other way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. This is the only way to do it. Yeah.
Oh, we're trying to figure out another way.
Yeah. Oh, no. Were you that guy, Steve Earle, that amazing songwriter from the States? He learned upside down, and he was telling Hannah that he used to play upside down, but then he flipped it, and now he plays the right way up.
Huh.
Funny, similar story, but almost opposite. He was living with his uncle as a young boy, and his uncle had a left-handed guitar at his house. And Steve picked it up as a right-handed person and played it upside down.
Right.
And then about a year later, flipped back.
Flip back, yeah, which seems even harder than doing it originally upside down.
I think Steve
somehow.
Earle always does it the hard way.
Yeah. I think that's
Classic Steve.
totally true. I think all of his albums are called that. Actually, I do this the hard way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. Cool. Thank you for indulging my curiosity. We're gonna do one more song with Middle Kids from this new album. It's called Lost Friends. Tell me a little bit about this last one.
We're going to play Mistake, which was our first single off the album. What's this song all about?
It's in drop D.
We like this song because it's really fun to play, and I think that we were really wanting to try and make a song that builds and then in the chorus there's this really big, great release, and musically and emotionally, and I think that, we feel that, and so, yeah, it's a fun song to play.
Remember you were watching a lot of 90s sitcoms when...
Not sitcoms, I was watching like Dawson's Creek or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I was trying to get all nostalgic, and then I wrote this song.
Yeah.
So,
Here we go.
that's that.
Oh, my darling, I pick you up just to let you drop. When we got started, I was guarded. I almost forgot about you. It was charming the way we danced around the tree. We were smiling, but always hiding, and then our feet were somehow quickly slowing. Thought I was healthy, but I'm choking. It must be catching up my smoking. I was saying I never played. Standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. You got a debt to pay back. Something you did way back. You're standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. You got a debt to pay back. Something you did way back. You wanna make it okay. What's the problem with spilling up some of my guts? One day you're fine, and next you're crying. Suddenly your engine just stops going. Thought you were healthy, but you're choking. It must be catching up your smoking. I wish that you never played. Yeah, standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. You got a debt to pay back. Something you did way back. You're standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. You got a debt to pay back. Something you did way back. You wanna make it okay. Oh, you're standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. Has he got a debt to pay back? Something he did way back. You're standing out in the rain tonight, like you got something to say to God. Have you got a debt to pay back? Something you did way back. You wanna make it okay.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so very much. Everybody, this is Middle Kids. It's actually 2/3 of Middle Kids, we should say. I heard Harry's out shopping right now. Is that accurate?
He's just living the
He
life,
wants to
I
buy
think.
some cool New York clothes.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy
Here's
that
already cool.
we could give you a little bit of Sydney weather
Yeah, I
out
know.
here, you know, because if
So
you had been
good.
here like a month ago, it would have been miserable, just in general.
Yeah, we're thriving here. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
nice. So the new record, which is the debut full-length album, is called Lost Friends, and it comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So there are a bunch of songs that are already out in the world. I think 4 of them, maybe all in all, or 3, that you can hear right now on Spotify and all of your various streaming services and whatnot. And then tomorrow, all the rest of them.
All of them.
So yeah, cool. There's also a tour afoot. Back to Australia in the immediate, I think. But for New Yorkers, Middle Kids are going to be at Governor's Ball here in the city on June 3rd, and all of these dates you can find on middlekidsmusic.com.
Yeah.
So Yeah, that sounds great. The record is great, and we're really excited to hear the rest of it.
Cool.
And thank you guys for coming to Paste
Thanks
and
for having
playing
us.
Thanks
in
so
our
much.
black box and floating in space with us today. Come back again for a third time
All right.
whenever you can.
Cool. We'll do it.
All right. Thank you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.